questlings, to the land of Mortera, and the story of a group of adventurers who journey through this world of unstable magic, undiscovered secrets, and unending adventure. Follow us on our grand quests for peace, love, battle, riches, and prestige. Last time on Mortera.
You must also sign off that you accept all bodily harm and risk of death, and in the case of injury or death, Czar Craig is not to blame.
I and a group of friends are after salt golems.
You shouldn't be going in them their mines. I saw some of my best friends get squashed in pieces. Don't be going in there.
Smash it or what?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
From the bay, where all those monsters came out of the boats.
Oh shit.
And slowly it starts to form into this like 10-foot
Don't
tall,
hack it!
yeah, this like earth elemental. And yeah, with that it's initiative time.
I leap the fuck back. Let's do it, bitches.
Alright, so everyone roll your initiative, then when I point at you, tell me what it is.
Alright. Oh, I love stuff with the party doing counters. It's my favorite thing.
But remember that Max is 5 feet in, Althea is like right at the entrance, and the rest of you are behind them in like 3 foot of rock.
Shit.
So all you hear is like. So you have to make room if you're trying to get people in. But yeah, you go first.
Can you do a quick perception to see what might hurt this thing?
You would have to spend your round like analyzing it. That would be your action.
I'm behind Max. Sure.
Okay, alright, do you want to move out of the way at all? So other party members can come in.
Yeah, can I like jump to the back of the line?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, there's no way back. There's someone right behind you, there's
Just,
like
like-
3 feet.
So you can either squeeze into the room and kind of go around, or you can, like,
How big is
shove
the
yourself up against the wall.
Yeah. So the room at its width right
Or
in
you
front
can
of
just
it
stay
is
right
like
there.
20 feet across. So you could come in and like up against the wall, but you'd be getting
Is
close
there like a
to it.
stalactite I can
Now,
hide
the
behind?
little ones can
Definitely.
move through our spaces.
Okay, I hide behind this.
You can come in and like
Yeah.
give yourself like some half cover with behind a stalactite, and then give me an Arcana if you're going to like use your action to analyze this motherfucker. See if you learn anything about it.
I'm going to learn how
Yeah,
hard
20.
it gets here in a minute.
That 14.
Nat 14 plus 6, 20. Yeah, with a DC 20, you remember from your like school of learning with like your magic training that earth elementals are particularly affected by thunderous magic, right? Anything that deals thunder damage,
Like Max.
right? Then you are going to be able to do extra. So you come around, you take your turn to analyze it, and you're like, oh, I remember this. Now you can tell the party if you'd like to. This is your information.
Fucking
to do
say
with later.
something.
If this was a few more levels.
Right?
You guys, I've figured this out. It takes a very, very thunderous type of magic to...
Well, it's great that I've just got that in my pack.
Just, oh, I have a thunder sword. Will my sword work?
All right.
What
who's
about
up
my
next?
thighs? Can I?
Alright, it is Vestrion's turn.
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing?
I'm gonna hit that bitch with my short bow. I'm just gonna whip
Alright.
that out and
It's-
immediately fire.
Okay, so how far back were you in the?
I'm
in the
behind.
group?
I'm behind her, right?
I think you were, and then it was.
I was right in front of Funky.
So she
Okay.
gets out of my way, and I've just got to come up over his shoulder, which I
Yeah,
can
you can
easily
come
do.
over. So you can step in like 3 feet in, but right behind Max.
Yep.
And go ahead and make your arrow attack against the Earth Elemental.
Oh, it's 1d6. It's a cube. Three, four, five,
You gotta roll-
7.
Roll your attack first. You gotta roll
Oh,
the
fuck,
hit.
I'm stupid.
Yeah. So D20
Well,
plus.
save the damage just in case.
Okay. 7 plus, where am I? 4. Yeah.
That to hit?
Yeah.
11 to hit?
Yeah.
You miss.
Great. It's great.
Twing! It like breaks across the Earth Elemental. It
Good.
just like stares at you.
Great.
Hey, girl.
That's good. That's great.
Nope.
Alright, we have Funkin' Go Nuts.
Fucking go nuts!
So you're
up.
like in the very back, and
Yeah,
you can like
I'm very
barely
back.
see around everybody. You can definitely squeeze through people's legs,
Especially me, since I'm the only other
Yeah,
person.
small creatures can go through.
Yeah,
No,
it's not even going to cost any extra move.
Yeah, I'm the only other person in the tunnel at this point, right?
Pumpkin and you.
Yeah, it's just me and Funkin',
Yeah.
so
I know.
he can I can
He's the only one.
just leapfrog.
No, you're
Yeah,
small
basically.
creatures. You can squeeze through.
This
a
is
normal
what it looks like,
size
by the
space.
Ah, ooh.
Elemental.
Yay!
There you go.
Can't wait for that thing to punch me in the face.
So fun.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
very scary.
I'm gonna go through everyone's legs.
There's a
and
water
then
elemental.
I'm going to throw out a guide bolt.
Cool. All right, give me your guy.
One bolt.
Make an attack.
3.
Do you have your inspiration still?
Yeah,
You might want to catch that in. There you go.
18. Is it?
Alright.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Plus
eight.
your attack rolls.
Wow.
Now you can roll
18
your
plus
46.
So yeah, 46 radiant.
10.
This can take regular.
12.
12. All right.
12
12 damage into the creature.
Hell yeah.
Cool, nice, yeah. So you see this like radiant bolt of like holiness, like blow some of the rocks off, and this time, whereas before when it was hit by the arrow, it would just stare. This time it goes, and like it
pissed.
like sounds like rocks scraping against themselves as it starts to move forward. Who's that?
Marcus' turn.
It's just me in the tunnel, right?
Yeah. So there's like Max stepping out, Vestron on one side.
I can see
They on the other.
the elemental above everybody.
Yeah.
4 is 16.
Oh no!
Are
it,
you
like,
fucking kidding me?
I think it like it hits it and a piece of it breaks off, but it doesn't seem to affect it.
It just pulls that rock
Barely.
right back up onto its
Yeah,
shoulder.
like barely breaks.
Oof.
After that, I yell, back in the tunnel!
Oh no, because you felt good about that shot. All right, what was that?
Our monster.
All right, the Earth Elemental walks towards Max and Vestron, and just like makes 2 slam attacks, one against each of them.
All right.
The first attack against Max. That's a natural 20.
Oh,
Of course
you
it
didn't even
is.
get a chance to really
So this
hit
is
it,
like
baby.
this is double the dice. Jesus, what's your HP?
20. I got it. Let's go.
I'm down for it.
This could hurt.
This could really hurt.
Fuck. Why didn't he get fucked up?
14.
-3, so it's 11.
Yeah, so you take 11. It slams, and then one against Vestron.
Oh
Fuck! Squishy baby.
He gets a 17.
That hits.
no. Yeah, it sure does.
17. All right. And you take 8 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Back in the tunnel!
So it like slams both of you.
Max's turn.
The rocks.
Well,
scratch
get up,
against
Max.
themselves.
I'm going to take the dodge action
Okay.
and use my action surge action to do what is it? Second wind.
Oh, you can just use second wind.
Oh, that's right. Second
Yeah,
wind's a
it's
bonus
just a
action.
skill now.
So I don't need to use my action surge to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just do second wind.
I'll do second wind.
So you all just see him hunkered down and like take
That's
out
good.
bandage and wrap it around.
No, it's
Or it's just like your curse. Okay.
You're just hulking.
Takes a deep
just
breath.
take a deep breath.
Who's after Max?
Second
We're
wind.
back up at the top with Althea.
Cool. Right off there.
Okay,
Yeah. So you just saw this thing like walk right like up next to you and just smash both your friends.
I like felt the ground quake and I
Friend.
fell back on my ass. So
Yeah.
I was on a crouch and I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah. So you're like looking behind the stalactite at its like flank, basically.
I went in front of him to look like the end of a cave over a giant cliff.
Okay. Yeah. So you make a like right in front of its eyes. You just make this
In between
drop
the
off.
party.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, like right in front of it. You just make it seem like it's like standing at the edge of a cliff, and it like reels a little bit. Cool. All right. Who's up next?
Alright, we got Vestron.
Yep. So I just got my ass beat the fuck down as I crawl out of the shit hole that it
Yeah.
knocked me in.
A perfect Vestron shape.
Like hole in the salt ground. Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna. Is there any space that I can get behind it now? Like, because he's walking.
Yeah, so you can like stay within 5 feet of it and circle around behind it.
That's what I'm doing. That is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Would
so
that mess with the cliff?
so you like come through this like cliff that it's looking at, and it like reels a little bit even more, but you circle around behind it and it like starts to just follow you. It's got a -3 to its intelligence, so it's like that's a hole now. Oh, this thing. So it like circles with you.
Okay.
So that's your movement.
Yeah.
You can take a disengage action if you want to get away from it without an opportunity attack. Or you can try to stab it.
I'm gonna disengage. Yeah.
Okay.
Get the fuck
So you
out
take
of
a
there.
disengage action and you can go 30 feet backwards.
Get some space. How far are you?
Yeah,
going?
30 feet.
Also,
Okay.
as a rogue, I'm pretty sure you have
Yeah, I do
So
actually.
you can bonus action.
Oh, that's right. She still has
disengage,
action.
and then you can still dash.
You can dash.
So
So
you
you
can
can
go
go 60.
double your speed.
Well,
I'm gonna-
or since it's a bonus action to
You can
disengage,
still
you can attack. And he's in melee with me, so it's a sneak attack.
Oh hell yeah! Fuck yeah! I'm gonna
Yeah, so
sneak
you-
attack the shit out of this
Level up.
bitch.
Disengage, back up 30 feet. Give me your attack roll first.
Yeah. 18 plus some shit.
I'm
Yes,
glad you
you
hit
hit
it.
it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
hit
So you do hit it. So you're going to roll your regular damage for your bow and arrow, plus a d6.
2 plus 2 plus 4.
So 8.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So yeah, you like sink right into like one of its big rocky eyes. Bless you. And it like rubbing of rock as it like reaches out to go towards you. Who's up?
Okay.
Pumpkin, you up?
I guess I will go with my third spell, which is inflict wounds.
Okay. Yeah. So you like reach out and grab onto it. Okay.
So specific.
Yeah. So you have to make like an attack,
Okay.
spell attack at it.
My
Uh,
20th spell.
so 19 plus 6.
Oh, almost a crit. Yeah, you hit. Totally. Cool. So you, it like turns towards Vestrin, and you reach out and grab it, and some of the rock starts to like turn to dust and like sand and fall away. Roll your damage.
So 3? So 6 or 9?
That's a 9.
Nice. All right.
5,
14.
1.
15 damage. Yeah, you turn like a big, significant portion of it falls away to sand as you like grab onto it. And like from underneath Max's leg.
It's got Care Bear stared.
Oh. I just remembered like very big feat for kobolds,
Yeah.
which was pack tactics.
Oh,
that
you get
I've never-
advantage.
That I never
Yeah,
used.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say that like knowing that this is dangerous, my like kobold instincts was like, yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
That's the sound it made when it turned on.
I think maybe you also start to realize for the first time that you care about these people. And it's like, wait, I
We
need to
actually
hit.
are your pack now.
Yeah. You gotta get tactics from the pack.
I like the
bro.
word pack.
You have advantage?
3
And please roll better than that.
13
No.
total.
Total? Oh, no, it
Oh,
off of its back
no.
again. Dude, you gotta get a new dice.
Yeah.
You used
What?
oh mine.
I need
Okay.
to use.
So
this is
it
These
just
plain blue dice.
starts to lunge towards Vestrin. Vestrin, it's coming towards you to make 2 attacks, but you get opportunity and you get opportunity attack. And I think because it's
Well,
like
I was the
aware
only
of
one
you-
in melee of it.
Oh well, Funkin is like finishing inflicting wounds
Oh, okay.
upon it. I'd say you're both within 5 feet.
Okay.
For fun.
So
So
you can make your
it's
attack.
leaving right now. Okay.
Yeah,
Look
and
at
then
my
you can
entire
make your Morningstar attack, like swing on it.
Yeah.
Also, just let it
And
happen.
your mace.
That's a 4.
Okay, yeah, both of you just off its back.
Whiff.
Lily, relax.
All right, Vestrin. It approaches you for exactly 30 feet and completely misses. Oh my god, you're so lucky. All right, this time I got another 17.
Wait, stop.
Okay.
On
There we
Vestrin?
go.
Yikes.
No, to hit.
Yeah, yikes.
Yeah.
I'm saying yikes.
You take 6 damage.
And I'm down.
Okay, so Vestrin just like it just and Vestrin just crumples into a heap on the ground in front of it, and it
Just look like a cat rug.
Lily.
and it just like stands over Vestrin. Who's up next? All right, next.
run into engage.
Yep. So just through the
Disengage
illusion.
it's still
If you had a little bit more movement, or you just like backed up a
There's
little
no
bit
point
more.
in taking a swing at it. I'm just gonna run up to it and take the dodge
35.
action. Get up in the
Okay.
face.
Yeah. You like come around behind it and like stand over
Just kind
Vestrin.
of poke it a little bit to get its
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah. So you get its attention, and okay. So you
And
take
then take the dodge action.
All right. All right. Who's up?
Alright, it's Althea.
All right. So the illusion didn't quite work. What is your next thought? What's your next move?
Featherfall, detect magic, find familiar, fog cloud, shield, and comprehend languages.
No.
You took nothing combat.
No combat. You have to use your cantrip.
Yeah, your cantrips.
You can use Ray of Frost. You
Fine.
can use Acid Splash.
I guess I'll try acid splash.
Okay. All right. It makes a save then.
Yep.
Dexterity save.
Nah.
So what's
Activate
your
that
spell save DC then?
14?
14. Got it. I gotta remember that.
They would have really clear speed.
It does not have very good dexterity, and it fails with a 2. It got a 3. So yeah. For Acid Splash, I believe that's D6. You roll D6
Hit him in the
damage.
dustbin.
Splash it with some acid.
5.
Cool. Yeah, 5 acid damage. You splash against it. You hear like the movement of rocks as it screams out in anger.
What?
Who's up?
Alright, that's it. So you do a death save.
Yeah, so we've never done this before. So death. How does this work in the game? When you drop a 0 and you don't go all the way negative your full hit points, right? What's your max HP? 13?
13, yeah.
So if you took damage to 0 and the leftover damage was past 13, you would die instantly. It wasn't that, right? It was like 2 left over. So now, on the middle of your character sheet is this like the death saving throw. It says like success and fail.
Oh, yeah.
Every round, you roll a d20, and there's nothing adding to it. If you get a 10 or higher, it's 1 success. If you get a 9 or lower, it's a failure. 3 successes means you go back to 0 HP and you don't die. 3 failures means you die and you make a new character. If you get a 1, a natural 1, it counts as 2 failures. If you get a natural 20, you come back to life with 1 HP and you wake up. So make your first death saving throw for us.
That's a nat 20, bitch!
Are you serious?
I'm a honey!
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh!
Yo,
so,
you
like,
saw that with your 4 eyes too, right? The fuck? That was awesome.
you get smashed to the ground. You like, there's like the sounds of battle above you, and you take a deep breath and wake back up, and it's turned away from you, and Max is just like standing in front of it bravely, courageously.
Fuck.
So you can spend half your movement to stand up,
Okay.
and then what would you like to do?
Run away.
So say you use your bonus action to disengage,
Yeah, I'm doing that shit.
and then you can spend the other half of your movement or dash.
Yeah, well, you can. So you can stand up. You have 15 feet of movement to move backwards up the tunnel. Disengage bonus action. Then you can still attack and get sneak attack if you'd like to. If you
Or
want to be a
dash.
badass.
Or you can dash
Yeah,
And you
and
can
use
just
the
keep
far
running and pray that you don't run into something further down the
Yeah.
tunnel.
And I
or
want to
run
go.
around.
I want to go the sneak attack route
Cool.
because I'm not a bitch.
All right.
Yeah, just get like 40 feet away or 50.
All right.
So fire your
Get
bow
some
and arrow
distance.
at it.
Here, if
And you know what? Just for one, because it as far as it knows, you're like basically dead. Especially through disengage, I'll give you advantage on this attack for one attack because you're hitting it from behind,
All right, here we
and
go.
it thinks you're dead.
17. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
roll
a hit.
again. Roll again to see if it's a nat 20 for the crit.
That's is that a 16 or a 19? That's a 16.
Yeah, okay. Actually comes back to life. Only gets 20s on death saves. But yeah, you hit. So roll your damage first with your bow.
Yeah, that's.
What?
2 plus 2 is 4.
Mhm.
And then attack bonus?
Your sneak attack die roll again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got 4, and then the
And
6.
then the whatever bonus you had to damage.
And then 3.
Okay.
Wait,
after Vestrin,
wouldn't you also have your proficiency?
Not to damage.
not for damage. Yeah. After Vestrin, who's gone?
Alright, we got Funky.
Yeah, 7 damage.
All right, Funkin. So yeah, you see Vestrin, previously dead, awakened suddenly without your magic to help.
That was the coolest shit ever.
I can't believe you got that.
Call me Lazarus.
I was just about to say this is where Spirit of the Dying comes in
You
handy,
go to
but
the
no,
train
not so much.
station, and they're like, no, you have to.
Alive
I
and
like
well.
left my body and I could
And
see
I
all
feel
of
like
you.
it's going to come into play.
You came back. So what are you doing?
In a
Funkin?
little
I
bit.
thought Vestrin died, so I just take out my mace and I run toward it.
Oh shit!
You run. All right, give me your attack. So
Fuck!
yeah, we got like
Oh,
Max in
Funkin',
front
no.
of it, and Vestrin behind it.
18.
You hit it. Man, y'all are doing really well against a high AC. This is awesome. It's going to be worth the experience.
So,
His mace.
Bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
so D6 plus 3. So 6.
Cool. 6. Slowly chunking away at it.
Hell
You keep
yeah.
going. I got to take the dog down.
Okay, next we have Waka.
Alright.
Come on, Flutter Flame.
Ah! You're shaking my big rifle. And then shoot twice.
Solo.
That's not enough, but 16.
That's what I'm about. Alright, it's the Earth Elemental's turn. It's going to do 2 slam attacks. One on Max of Metin. And, I believe the other one will be on, wait.
Please not hit me.
No, there's a mirror. Waka, where are you at?
No,
I'm
Waka's
still
distance. The only one in melee is me
Alright.
and
Oh no.
Not Waka, sorry,
Funkin'
Funkin'.
Funkin.
No, Waka.
It has
Yeah, so-
it has disadvantage against me.
Against you? Okay, we're gonna roll with this disadvantage. Alright, it misses. 100%. Yeah.
Keep it
12 does not hit you.
No.
Okay. And against Pumpkin Donuts, it definitely hits you.
Oh no.
Not the cleric. Why did you run into melee?
Little baby. I like back
Stronger than most of you. Alright, it
Strong
does
heart.
12 damage.
Yeah.
With that, it is Max's turn.
Max will take the dodge action and stay right in its face because that's what he does.
Alright.
Oh! I'm imagining you like shouting at it. Ah!
I'm trying to keep its attention on me.
Yeah.
You guys are supposed to be lighting it up while I'm keeping
Okay,
its
come
attention.
on.
It's your turn.
What are you gonna do?
Guys,
Just
I'm
shoot
nervously
Ray of
eating
Frost.
all of my tea.
Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost or acid
Just Ray of
splash.
Frost over and over again.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, Ray of Frost didn't do damage last time.
It does.
Yeah,
But it did last
You
time.
gotta roll better.
it's just an attack. So
It does D8,
Ray of
doesn't it?
Frost. Okay. Roll an attack.
Spell attack, yeah.
spell attack bonus.
8.
Plus.
No,
That's it? Just 8? Okay, yeah, you miss. Alright, Vestrin.
Off I
You're
go.
1 HP.
You know, actually,
yeah.
no, I'm back in the hallway, right? Like I'm around.
Did you go around the other side the way that you didn't come?
Acid splash.
Or are you back the way that you guys
It'll
came?
just
How's he going?
Back the way that we.
Swell.
Back the way you came?
because I rolled.
Were you...
A cleric took a big smack in the face.
the rolls
Were
have
you
been killing
picturing
me.
Vestrin on the opposite
I rolled
side?
Yeah, like where does
Yeah.
Like
it
back in the
Both
way that they
turns.
did not come through?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's only about 15 feet out. But
3 or 4 now.
So, man, should I fire this thing? Funkin' just
Yeah.
got smashed.
Yeah.
He just
took
got
12 damage.
destroyed.
as long as I'm in melee, you get sneak attack damage. So yeah,
Alright.
You
just
should just keep
keep
firing.
flanking at it.
Sneak attack damage. I come with a 3 to hit, so never mind.
No, definitely not.
Alright, this guy's looking kind of rough. It is Funkin's turn.
Okay, I am going to disengage.
Back the fuck up.
Backing away.
And you back up. Backing. Alright.
Just like
Fuck it over
you
here.
have,
and then they hit
you have a
you.
bonus
Oh,
action
never
you can
mind.
heal yourself with if you want to.
A bonus action?
Yeah.
Healing word.
Healing words
Healing words
are
is a
going to do
bonus
that.
action.
You're like,
I
Murdoch spear.
already expended my 3 spells.
Yeah, you
right?
just-
Okay, got it. Okay,
Wait,
so you use that back.
wait. When did he use his spells?
I have many.
He used
What's
Guiding
many?
Bolt, he
It
used
just
Cure,
fixes like
he
broken
used...
things like Mortera and Harry Potter.
Alright.
He's already, he's out of daily.
Yeah,
What
inflict
is he
wounds,
for first
Guiding
level
Bolt.
spells?
Okay.
Oh, you can't. Oh,
Yeah, not as a bonus action. Alright, who's up next?
Next up we have Waka.
Alright.
Come on, flying flame.
Like every shot I've made has either missed or bounced off.
Let's go, walk out.
Alright.
Keep shooting.
Wait, that was 18. So
Yeah, it's a hit.
It's a hit.
Finally, you're both next.
May luck turn.
doing damage. Wow. Alright, 2d6.
Wow.
That was 1. Oh, 7 plus 2, 8.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So
Nice.
the big chunk of it comes off. It's
Like we're
starting.
missing a rock arm.
Yeah, it's like starting to fall apart a little bit for sure.
Look at that Bucky Barnes style.
Alright, it is Earth Elemental's turn.
Bring it.
And I
Fuck.
think it's just engaged.
I'm
with
the
you,
only
right?
one in melee right now.
Oh,
And you're
Max!
in defense.
Yes, so it has disadvantage.
All right, so it makes its first attack. An 11. 14.
Miss.
2 misses. So
That's my job.
Max's turn. My favorite type.
Dodge. Go on.
Max is just like,
Looting this guy.
Yeah, I like it.
and like, no, I'm just like thinking.
That's max tax.
Max is a god.
There.
He's just taking it out there.
I'm not like bleeding.
You got cantrips galore.
Yeah, okay.
It's so good.
I'm gonna acid splash.
All right, let me make a dexterity versus 14. It gets a 10. Oh, I got an 11 minus 1. So D6. Smash that ass.
Smash that ass up.
Cool. All right, 3. Who's that?
Wait, do you use my spell attack
that's
bonus?
Yes, it is.
No, that's
No, I
that's
had to
not-
make a save. Yeah.
Alright, so while Max is a god over there, I'm gonna sneak attacky. That's a 18 plus
Yep.
whatever.
Totally hit.
And then
Alright,
2d6s, 6 plus 6.
Nice.
So 14, right?
Yeah.
6
Boom.
plus 6 plus 2. Yeah.
Ooh, 14 damage.
nice.
Sinks in. I think it like starts to crack.
Big
Yeah, it's like
And
a
for
real.
the first time, you see this like glimmering yellow coming from inside of it. You're like starting to get into like it's meat and potatoes. Who's up?
It is Funkin's turn.
Alright, I'm going to use my
Fucking
light
take him
crossbow this time.
Nice. All right, crossbow away, my friend. 1. Natural 1. Oh, okay.
You hit yourself in the face.
Wait,
You
wait.
wind back.
I'm lucky.
So you can't roll ones.
No.
Yeah,
Roll
roll again.
Reroll. 13.
Okay, miss. Yeah. So like you start to pull up and you lose your grip for a second and you're like, and then it goes off, but it like bounces off of Max and goes up into it and sticks into the golem but doesn't do any damage.
Damn.
You're just so lucky it bounces off of him perfectly.
Alright, Walker.
All right. That is a 19,
Hit.
That hits.
and 4, 5. That is 11. 11 points of damage.
Oh my goodness, he's looking so bad.
Like,
Yeah.
He's almost just a pile of rocks on the floor.
I think you like break open part of it and it starts to like peel and the rocks are trying to hold themselves together but they're like crumbling and falling and you can like see the yellow gleaming in it and like this is it, like that gleaming thing is like
With that, it's going to take one last swing at good
Who's
old
up?
Max of Mitten.
Bring it.
Alright, 2 swings with like all of
With
its might.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage. 14.
Miss.
Oof, and a 10.
Miss.
Just terrible rolls. Alright, Max.
Are
So
you
it's,
going to actually hit it this
it's
time?
looking fucked up.
Now I'm gonna let somebody else get the kill. Dodge.
How noble of Max.
Hey, Max is just here deflecting.
I'm just keeping its attention.
Such a great
Yeah.
word.
What do you wanna
Understands.
do?
Perfect.
I'm getting
Little piece of
excited.
me
Everyone
wanted
else
to
is
be the
in
guy
action.
that got
I've just
the
been
big one.
hiding back
Just
in
like,
mountain cells. I grab my short sword and I'm all like, ah!
That was very loud. Right in my ear.
and it like goes and
Where did that
echoes.
come from? Shit.
It echoes through the cave.
I leap forward with my short sword.
Alright, give me your attack. Look, I see the wizard jump out of hiding with a sword.
13.
No.
Total?
Good.
13. So it's like, yeah, pong, and it just turns towards you.
Oh, fuck.
That's
Bounce
true.
off and do I like, can I
No,
raise
you're
it
right.
and go all the past?
Little
Yeah, I think you just like ting off of a hard rock instead of hitting
Stay
the
range.
That's true.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stay the fuck away. And I'm gonna please be better than a whatever. 9 plus what even?
4.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah. No.
Not this time.
Funkin. Get your revenge.
7.
No!
Funkin's revenge.
Guys, you just have to hit this guy like once.
Alright, who's up?
Waka!
The
Bring
dice.
it home, Waka!
With your advantage.
Kill one of us.
Tactics.
3!
Again, that's the third 3 I've got.
Tactics!
4!
Alright, then it's its turn, right?
Yup.
And it smashes out there into the
Still one on me.
does 11 hit
No.
you?
It's a 13.
Okay. And then, that's, more than 13.
Yeah.
17.
Yeah, hit.
Alright. What's your HP again? 20?
18.
18. Alright, here we go.
Can I do a spell?
No.
No.
No, you get you
Wait,
take 14
no.
damage.
Can shield be used as reaction?
That's
Oh, do you have
Oh,
shield?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. So shield adds an extra 2 AC?
5.
4. 5.
4?
It's 5.
Oh, that's
It's a lot in
Then
5th
what
edition.
did you roll to hit? Was it above 18?
It was 17.
No.
So that's a miss.
Doesn't hit.
So it misses, and then you just kind of.
Yeah, so you just, what does the shield look like when you...
Yeah, so the shield is like this super bright red plasma.
Oh, cool.
And
it
it's
like
just like
slurps
bubbling and
against it.
seething in this like really thin streamline.
So it's about to hit you, and you step back, and it like splashes against the plasma, and like goes into slow motion, and then like pulls itself out of the plasma.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Are you gonna finish this thing off, or are you gonna keep trying?
Everyone missed that round.
You
Just
still
like
gonna let someone
arrows.
else have the kill?
I'll try. Hell,
Alright.
why not?
Max.
20 hit,
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh.
6 damage.
That does it.
Wait, -1.
I did the -1. I did the -1.
So you slide it true right in between its opening, and then
Just want to finally see that glow in center and just.
it shatters as it just falls into pieces, and the light goes out. And by this time, the torch that Funkin had, he dropped, and it's like slowly starting to go out.
Run to Max and
Yeah.
give that boy a hug.
Yeah.
So like the light goes out and the torch is like starting to go out, and all of you look around and you're like beaten and bruised, and like the shield is caved in. And as the light slowly like it goes black for Max, all the rest of you like see a little bit, but it like all goes gray and white, and then you hear like
Ooh.
like the clicking of something off in the cave that you were walking, and we're gonna.
We're in a one in, one way out situation.
Yes, you could back up to where you came from, or you could keep going forward into the darkness.
That thing just knocked me out. I don't think I want to go into the darkness.
I mean, it's either onward or dead.
I know.
We don't know where that sound's coming from. It could be coming from up ahead. It could be coming from back behind us.
Can I make a perception roll?
Yeah, go.
Can I make one too? Because I got +4.
I will aid someone. You.
Thank you.
You could get advantage.
12, roll again.
What about 22?
13.
Okay.
+4 is 17.
Okay, yeah, with the 17 and the 22, how about you both roll history checks for me, real quick? And because Max was helping, you can go ahead and roll a history check too.
Ooh.
We'll get it from the
Another
the tabaxi and the healing.
16.
13.
13.
18.
18,
Fuck.
yeah. All three of you recognize the sound of the mandibles of a spider. The clicking of spiders probably up ahead. And you can't really tell how big they are with those, but you definitely recognize the sound of a spider. The three of you, instantly in your head flashes the image.
Definitely a.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey guys, this is a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed.
All right.
How about we just turn back now?
All right. Look, Vestron's pretty almost dead.
I've been fucked up for a long time now.
You gotta lead the pack and make sure we don't get any.
Kind of what I do.
I know.
Okay. Some we haven't gone down yet. I'm posting up in front of on watch.
That's
on
good
alert.
because as soon as you post, as soon as you turn from that conversation with Waka, this giant spider, like 5 by 5, like a wolf spider, starts coming around the corner, and it's like
Two ends here.
It's probably about 10 feet from you. It like comes around the corner on the wall and like peers around the wall and is looking at you. And it's like fangs are dripping and it just like you end up in a stare off with it like 10 feet away and it's on the wall.
Vestry.
Are we rolling
Oh,
initiative?
yes.
'Cause it's tied.
I literally just.
For now, it's staying still. It's just like watching you.
Are you
It's trying to
attacking
figure out,
it right
like,
now?
I guess that's the question.
What's the question?
Because if you,
I'll give you guys 3 seconds to react before.
I-
movement reaction?
right now we're not in combat, so you can kind of make whatever moves you like. I think it's like Max, and then probably Waka and Vestrin are like right there, and then you, Althea, and Funkin are a little further back, so you're probably about 20 feet from this.
I do one of those and like cat stick to the ceiling type, like oh holy shit to the back of the line.
Okay.
3,
I
2.
I'm going to hide wherever I can.
I take a shot.
He's just gonna duck down behind the fucking.
Yeah,
Now I'm going in.
Like,
Yeah, all right. Then an initiative occurs. Then it's his
Well,
time.
hold on. Something said you wanted to hide before anything happened.
Okay. Yeah.
So
you
if
good.
you want to
You
roll
got
a
time for your hide
stealth check,
check.
you can go ahead and hide.
Actually, since
I was trying to give everybody like a outside of combat, like a free action if they wanted to.
can I actually stick on the ceiling like a cat? Can
Well,
I
you have a
fly?
climb. You have a climb speed, so you could climb up the
Climb
wall.
along the wall,
If
yeah.
you want to jump and cling, I would like an athletics roll.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics to jump. Yeah,
Oh,
straight
fuck.
up onto the roof.
No, I'm just gonna climb.
Okay, yeah. So you use your full movement to climb up onto the
Right.
roof and just hang upside down. All right.
There you go.
Let's hear initiative. Or well, Jenna's taking care of that, so
Yeah.
she'll call out your
D20, the
name.
big one.
D20.
There you go.
Okay. I just rolled. 5 plus 2 is 7.
That's your stealth.
Yeah.
Are you skilled? You're skilled in stealth, right? Proficient?
Yeah.
So you have to be another 2.
waiting for this.
Plus 2. So
Yeah, it should be plus 3 total.
yeah, 9.
Yeah, and I think you probably like back up and post yourself up in the same place that Althea was in during the fight
That's
with the
good.
Earth Golem, like around the corner, or the Earth Golem.
Alright, Althea. 11 plus 3, 14.
You roll like a champion.
Pumpkin initiative.
7.
Max
You need
initiative.
better dice.
8.
Vestry.
Nothing up my sleeves, and that's a fucking 8, lads.
8.
Yeah.
When there's a tie between players, you two can figure it out.
You go first.
That is a 19.
19. Alright.
Damn
Everybody was
it.
clearly tired from the last battle and not ready to do this shit.
Well, I mean, I am
Except
on
for
the
Waka,
ceiling.
who's
I said we should turn back.
In the back.
Maybe one day someone will listen to Funky.
Waka's got that, like, lizard courage,
The one day.
One day.
that animal instinct, like,
They're so amazing.
You know,
Not a
the
goblin.
codes are great.
what? What are those? Oh, shit!
So yeah, Waka, you act first.
Ooh!
Yeah.
I said I'm taking a shot, so I'm taking a shot.
Take your shot.
It's still 10 feet away from Max, right?
Yeah, so you're probably right behind Max, so it's about 15 feet away from you.
Alright. Ooh, that is a miss. Hey, I got a 5 plus whatever. 5 plus. It's a 9.
9 is a miss versus a spider. Twing! It bounces off the rock, and I think you startle it because the spider goes next, and it just like, and like its fangs open up, and you see this like weird deep hole in its mouth, and it just like against the wall, and you hear like the weird meaty thud against the wall.
I don't like that noise.
Yeah, and yeah, Max, you're right in the front. This is kind of brand new for the spider. So it's just going right at the first thing it sees. It's startled.
didn't have time to take the dodge action yet.
You know what? I think what it's going to do is it like reacts like almost fearfully as it like comes like along the wall. It's going to stick its butt and try to just web you.
Web. Yay.
At Max.
What does Web do?
What's your AC, my man? 19.
19.
Yeah, thought so. All right, that is going to be a miss. The web just sticks harmlessly to your shield, and it. And then
Can you tell me what your current HP is?
13.
I would also like what is everyone's passive perception?
12.
12.
How do you calculate that again? That's
10 plus your
Actually,
perception.
it'd be 13 with my
14,
glasses.
14.
14.
15? Oh, yeah, that's right. Stupid.
14.
It's okay.
Okay. Althea, you're the only one that sees this. There are 2 giant spiders also creeping along in the dark on the roof of the cave.
Oh, fuck, I'm on them.
That's what I need.
So, like, you notice it, and then they drop. One drops onto Max, and one drops onto Waka. Just the 2 right in the front.
Oh, no.
Yay, more spiders.
So, from stealth, this is with advantage. He's going to jump down and try to bite onto Max. That is a super miss. And then
Maybe a super duper
Waka, does an 18 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. All right. So you get.
What is your AC?
10.
You let me know?
Right now it's 15 minus because of the minus from.
I rolled the worst damage. So you take 4 damage.
All right.
4 piercing.
So it's 15 right now.
15 is your AC. What's your current HP before that damage?
12.
12.
So I'm at.
And then
You just took that.
4. So 4, and then you're about to take poison damage as you feel the poison like course.
But do I roll a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, it doesn't have. It says must make a DC on a failed save.
And the target must make a DC 11 con save, taking poison damage on a fail or half as much on a success. So DC 11 con.
All right. That is.
And I like this.
11.
Hey!
Oh, exactly. So you're gonna take half of this. You take. You would have taken 8. You take 4.
More poison.
As the poison courses through your veins, you feel it, and you basically just see this giant spider just consume Waka. Next to him. Who's third?
Alright. Yeah, all.
Yeah, all 3.
Okay. So we have Althea.
Okay. So I get up from falling over from saving the spider, and I'm on one knee, and I see the spider fall onto water.
Kill it! Kill it!
Yeah, and I stretch my hand out, and I spit out a bunch of acid and acid splash.
Not.
Acid splash. Is that the save or is
That's
that?
yeah.
Acid Splash
Is
is
this-
a really cool band.
Which one are you attacking?
The one on Waka?
Yeah. So what's the saving throw?
Psychedelic noise.
What's your
What's the spell save DC for it?
Wait, save 14.
Okay, and then acid splash. Pretty sure that's a
dexterity?
Cool. 11. So it fails, and it takes the full damage. So for acid splash, what does it say on the card? Roll just like a D6 or something.
D6.
Cool. All right.
For 5.
Cool. All right. It splashes against the spider as you all get this like disgusting, meaty, like rotten smell in the air.
Oh, that's
as
not
it burns
vegan.
through it. And the spider on you like reels back and like turns.
So next we have Max and Buster.
We decided I go first. So I'm 2 stalactites. I'm just like hanging onto them like fucking
you're
this.
You're like above all this shit.
I see the spider drop on top of my friend Waka. We've got a blood bond now. So I'm just like, I leap back down. I have 7 HP. I'm halfway there. And I'm just gonna Actually, I'm gonna run back into the dark.
Okay. Yeah.
Sneak attack?
Okay, so yeah, you can get a sneak attack because it's in combat.
Yes.
Definitely. If you remember, you have your bonus actions right as a rogue now, level 2.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you could take a bonus action to stealth, and if you hide, then you'll get advantage on your attack.
I'm doing that shit.
So you sink into the shadows. It sounded like you were already doing that.
Yeah.
So
Just my
roll,
eyes in the
roll
dark.
stealth versus its perception.
Okay.
Just a regular old 10.
That's a 3 plus 6, which is a number.
So it still sees you out of the corner of your eye, out of the corner of one of its many eyes, and your tail is.
It's okay, you still get your sneak damage.
Yeah.
You still get attack.
Yeah, you just don't get advantage.
Okay. So,
Right. This is to the same one, Jenna.
that's a 7 plus what? 4. 11?
Against the spider?
Yeah.
No, 11 is a miss.
Ah!
20 off of its thick hide as it's.
Normally I would be dodgy guy, but I'm gonna attack the one on Waka.
Okay, yeah, so there's like one on the walls swinging at you or spraying at
I
you.
got one right in front of me and one over here and one behind. They're all clustered.
They're all just clusters. So you can just turn. Yeah. Because I'm sure you hear Waka scream.
Yeah. 22 to hit.
Yeah.
A whopping 3 points of damage.
Thanks.
I'm actually going to go ahead and use second wind and heal 6 points.
All right. Yeah, you take it. You swing, sink into one of its legs, take a deep breath, and prepare for the coming beyond.
Let me see that sword swing, and I'll drop it low. And
Just
let
for
me
the
see
sake
that
of
sword swing.
expediency, I'm going to use my action surge and hit him again.
Okay. Yeah. So you're just swinging through it.
Max is like, ah!
20 to hit
Okay. Yeah.
Damn!
and 9 damage.
Nice, much better. Yeah, you sink into part of its carapace, and I think some of this like thick, bloody ichor like spills onto you, Walk. Yeah, it's like bleeding all over you now. It's got an arrow sticking out of its butt.
Alright, Pumpkin, go nuts.
Oh boy. Can I just... Well, I guess I should. The spider storm...
Well, I guess I should help.
Yeah. So what you're looking at is Vestron's next to you, Althea's a little in front of you, then there's Walker on the ground under a spider,
Yeah.
and then Max right behind that, and then a spider behind Max, and then a spider behind that spider up on the wall. So it's like a domino or like a line of spiders.
Okay, well then I guess
scary.
from where I am, I guess I'm going to use the light crossbow.
Cool. All right.
Which one are you attacking?
Is that...
Are you attacking the same one everyone's been hitting?
Yeah, the one on Waka.
Oh, fuck. That
Well,
means
got your
there's...
back, Walker. This is your fam.
You're too cute, man.
Gotta keep going.
You gotta
mean,
save
yeah,
your
I
little
gotta
lizard friend.
I mean, I have to keep you alive because we got like a bromance going on.
You're gonna walk out of this
Walker's got
alive.
like a blood mance with
You
Vestron.
can't let him walk out of your life.
Okay,
Roll a hit first.
I got 2.
Yeah, it's
That is not good. Unless you have like a plus, a lot.
You need better dice.
I need better dice, yeah.
Okay. So it sinks into it again, but it doesn't seem to be doing any damage to it. It's got a bunch of arrows in its butt. We go back
Back up to Walker.
I take the disengage action.
Yep, you just roll
And then
out.
it's like I'm just like scooting back like this.
And there's just a trail of spider blood underneath you as you're like.
That's what like
That is Homestuck level door.
let me slide out. It was like it was kind of like lubed up for me.
I know it's a dumb question, but do you go towards your party or towards the other giant spiders?
I go towards
I have to ask.
I go towards my party.
All right.
Try to scoot on back because now I'm like one hit away from destruction.
Yeah.
Destruction.
So if you're gonna crawl, do you want to use half your movement speed to then stand up, or are you moving the full movement just crawling?
Let's see.
Because
crawl, dude.
You're a lizard,
Yeah, I
man.
would
You can
crawl.
crawl.
okay, yeah. So that's gonna be like, what you have normal 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can crawl 15.
All right, yeah.
So you crawl 15 away, and you look over. You're probably like right between Althea and where Funkin and Vestron are.
Hello!
And you can. Oh, you took the disengage action.
Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah, I'll just go. That's all I really can do.
Gotcha. Okay. I think that this bloody spider just took a huge hit from Max, and so it like turns and circles you so that there's like one at your back and one at your flank, and then the other one crawls along the wall, and all three of them just encircle
Oh,
you.
Bring
fuck.
it, bitches.
This
I think
happened-
one of them is going to try to just like it'll like put its butt underneath its body and try to wrap you up. Seems like they're trying to take you away.
Spider-Man, that hope.
And that is a 21 to hit. Damn it. Yeah. So you get webbed. You become restrained by webbing.
Oh, shit.
And
Tank.
You can take an action to try to break it, but for now you are restrained. And
That means he's just stuck in place, right?
Is this a
your
hundred?
speed becomes 0. Your attack rolls against you have advantage.
so good.
You have disadvantage against dexterity saving.
Okay.
So now the other two spiders bite at you ferociously with advantage because you've just been wrapped up.
Awesome.
So you all just see Max just, and then they all just crowd around him and start biting away.
Oh, this is terrible.
That's still a miss with advantage,
Yay, heavy armor.
and a super miss with the advantage.
Woo!
I rolled a 3, 4, 5, and 6 on 4d20. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, there's like tung 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 against your pauldrons and against your vambraces. Tung 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 tung. And for you all, this is like horrific. They're just like biting at this webbed visage of what Max was. Who's up?
Althea.
Oh, Althea, it's all you.
They're definitely within 5 feet of each other.
And if you're trying to hit the one that looks the worst for wear, it's to the left of Max. If you're trying to hit that one.
And I stretch my hand out once again, and with acid splash, hit that exact spider.
Yeah,
slightly
and
more in between.
because of that, I think it's going to splash onto all three of them because they're all like, right around to. Yeah, so it'll splash one of them and then the one in the back.
No, you don't ask that question. You're fine. Everything is okay.
Oh, you're 15 feet away from it.
Oh, okay.
It's,
I do it.
it's targeted enough that you won't hit friendlies. Acid splash doesn't work out. You can hit two of them.
So we got 2 dexterity saving throws. DC 13, I'm sure, right?
14.
14. Alright, well that's a fail and that's a pass. So the one that's been weakened by all these so far takes a hit, the other one passes. So roll a d6 for that one at least. This one that's already been burnt by acid takes more.
3.
Yeah, so you just see like another like fleshy mist rise.
Ah,
It's disgusting. It smells bad.
that is not halal. All right.
Do you want to roll your stealth again?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. So you try to hide in the shadows on the other side of the cave this time.
That's a 17 plus 4, which is a number. No, a 17 plus 6, which is an even bigger number.
Cool. The spiders are all totally focused on eating the shit out of Max and eating the blood and the skin out of Max as well.
There.
So
Okay.
you get advantage on this attack.
All right, so
Really kill it if you do well.
all right, so I'm gonna try and kill that guy with my short bow.
And I think like as you look at it, because sneak attack, the way that works
Got
is
my
like you
knife
get
in.
you hit it like right in the weak spot. So you see that some of its skin is melted away, and some of its like under intestines are showing. You're like,
All right. Before I say anything, I'm just gonna roll to see if I hit.
Roll again. Got advantage.
10 and a 9 plus fucking what?
10 plus your 4.
14.
10 plus
That
4 is
exactly hits.
Yes. So from the shadows, if anyone's paying attention, they'll just see like 2 yellow eyes, and then one of them closes because I'm getting that focus in, and it's like that slow motion, like. And I loose my arrow, and then I roll to see
the
what
camera's
fuck-
like zoomed in on your eye, and then when you let go of the arrow, it like follows the arrow.
Yes,
And I see it, and I think you're just like giving me a blue all wink.
You turn around, you're like, that's not the time.
If that's 1d6 plus 2, then that is 5 plus 2, which is 7.
Cool.
Roll,
Right, and roll
roll,
a sneak
roll
attack.
sneak attack. Sneak attack damage.
4 plus 2, which is
No.
4.
No.
Fucking cool. So,
Yeah, and the arrow like follows in and just like, and you hear a like a. My voice doesn't go. Can you do like a high pitched screech? Yeah, you hear that.
That was too good.
Yeah, it was perfect. And then just
Thank
a
you, I have
thud
a 3 in it.
as its deceased carapace slaps wetly against the ground.
well, that's a lad. All right.
I'm gonna try to get this web off.
Yep. So give me a strength check.
Is it athletics?
No, it's a strength.
Just strength?
check. Yeah, so just add a +5.
I'm gonna go refill this.
23.
23. It definitely breaks it.
Now it counts as my action though, right?
Yes, that is your action. So you.
I will break free of the web and then I will stand there and allow them to attack me again.
So they don't do that quite just yet, but you break free and you look over and one is just dead now. So that's good. Alright, after that we move to Funkin. You up, Funkin?
I guess I'm gonna try to get my light crossbow.
Cool. Alright, the other two look unharmed, so you can. There's one to the right of Max and one behind Max.
Let's do the one to the right.
Cool.
Because I'm already a bad shot. Okay, so it's a natural 1.
Your big problem is it just kind of stops there.
Wait. I'm lucky.
Hey, roll
So I
again.
got it wrong.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Halfling up in the house.
Oh,
19!
Damn, you hit it. Yeah. So what does it look like? Like, how do you go from missing horrifically to being lucky enough to hit it? What does it look like?
So I've been like holding back on this next bow for like this past round, trying to catch my breath because I'm phobic in spiders, and so I've been like thinking to myself, okay, you can do this. You can do this.
You're the Funkin' best.
And then finally, I don't even friggin' open my eyes. I just let go.
Yeah, and I think it like bounces off the wall or something. I think that's the line. You close your eyes and it's like twang and it sinks in. So let's roll damage.
Bounce off the shield.
Do it, bitch. Oh man, this is the coolest.
So
7 plus 2.
9.
9 damage. Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, you hear.
Wow.
You hear that again.
Fucking up all
As
night
in,
to
like,
get lucky.
its 8 eyes like look over and I think they notice
Why
like
do you
all
do
of you over
this?
there.
I'm sorry.
To piss you off.
Apologize.
Back up to the top with a Waka.
All right.
Waka flocka flaming.
Waka.
Let's see. I just like cough up a little blood, pull out my rifle, and then just like Max, move your head, and then pop a shot.
The one on the right or the one behind him?
The one behind him.
Okay.
Oh, hi. I was wondering what licked my finger. I'm
That
glad it was
is
you and
10
not a
plus
person.
4, 14.
Exactly.
Or a ghost.
And wait, let me just get because he's right next to Max, so I get advantage. That is
Not like that, you don't roll again.
Okay.
17. Not a natural 20.
Still does it?
Yeah. Let's see. D6.
Really hit.
Yeah, 2d6. That is 5 plus 2, 7. 7 damage.
Yeah, there's like a bright light as your bullet like shoots through the
A dark
cave.
cave just illuminates for a split second.
That'll do
And
it.
I think at that point you all get like a nice view of these giant spiders in the corner.
Like as soon as the shot takes, I just
Down there.
Oh, that's not just a spider. That's like
a giant.
What's that?
That's
that's a
naked
spider
mole rat
raw.
spider.
Yeah, they're
That
like
is-
pink and disgusting, and one is like ripped open and bleeding on the ground, so that's like super gross, and there's like a weird smell. I think that one of them will try to web you again, Max. Just try to wrap you up again.
I'm immune.
No, it does not. The
I'm
webbing
above the law.
flails harmlessly against you.
Immune.
I have webbing magnets on my shield now.
And the other one bites at you to no avail.
Wabnits.
So that's you get webbed and you like wipe it off, and then it bites at you, and you're planking off the shield. I think maybe even like a part of its fang like chips a little bit.
So, I'm gonna try my luck freezing these things. Maybe they'll be easier to attack.
Okay. Yeah. So you can frost ray. They've both been hit a little bit, so they're both looking like a little worse for wear.
I did this one like Kamehameha hostile.
I love that.
And then,
Yeah.
Sub-Zero
just
it.
like, yeah, just like a stream of air just like freezes and all the way and then it hits the spider.
Love that. Yeah. So like Waka, Vestran, Funkin, you all feel this chill as you look over and this ice shard fires. Or I don't want to paint for you. What does it look like? Yeah, it's more of a ice fire. Ice fire. Oh, cool. So that is a roll to hit.
I love
Yeah,
Trojan.
spell attack.
So, D20?
Yep.
Nobody
Plus your
can.
spell attack modifier, whatever that may be. Cool.
24?
24. That is a hit for sure.
You roll like a fucking
Yeah,
champ.
that's a nat 18. Jeez.
Jesus
All right.
is in the room guiding your hand.
Roll your frost
Our
damage.
Jesus.
Oh, wait. Sorry, yes.
Random number god.
That is a hit. So roll your frost damage. Go to freeze it.
plus 6, 8?
Play.
The fiery ice splashes up against it, and like it has to lift four of its four legs on that side and like break back out of the ice because you froze it to the ground momentarily. And shatters a little bit. After that is Vestra.
It sure is. Alright, so I'm still. Do I have to roll for sneaky stills?
If you'd like to get advantage.
You'd have to roll again. Cause
Yeah, you have to do it every time.
Well, I love having advantage,
Yeah,
so
once
here the
you
fuck
attack,
I go.
you're out of stealth, but you can bonus action.
Yeah. So you're literally just like
We're in
jumping
dark
into the
caves.
shadows.
Oh, where'd it go? No! Roll again. That is a nat 20, motherfucker!
You get
Alright.
crit.
Cool.
I am the sneaky.
So when you get a critical hit, you double all damage dice involved, barring like a couple of specific rules.
Okay.
So you're gonna roll.
Whew.
You're gonna roll two. Wait, you do d6 with your arrows,
Yes.
right? So you're gonna roll 2 d6s plus the dexterity damage, and then another 2 d6s for your sneak attack. So you're
Okay.
rolling
If
4
you'd like to
d6s,
do it all at once.
and then you're adding your dexterity modifier to it.
So all that.
Are you shooting at the one on the right or the one in the back?
Oh man. Which one's more
One in
fucked
the
up?
back is looking bloody.
No. The one on the right.
Right's been hit more.
That
Okay,
has,
well, you
has
can do this one as
just been
well.
hit.
Alright.
Oops. That was my fault. The one on the right is I did the HP wrong. We'll just switch it. Do this. Yeah.
Okay, the one on the right is more fucked up.
Yeah.
So going for a killing blow. That is not very great. Oh, okay, so we got a 10, 11, 12, 13, plus 2.
You kill it.
Hell yeah! Can I tell you how?
Yes. Well, it was a critical hit, so yeah.
Give us that good
This is a
description.
slow-mo.
Next time on Mortera.
And it hits the spider, like it opens its mouth and it's getting ready to like chomp Max's head off or something, and I just
So yeah, you can like try to go and dig yourself through the webbing and all that. It gets very thick, or you can keep going straight down.
We have a torch, right?
Yeah.
Burn the webs.
and I have fucking night vision.
I don't trust this big open space.
You get to a point where it's like 3 feet. You have to really squeeze through. So Max, give me your athletics because you're the only one that's had to like really squeeze through. Everybody else is either nimble or really small.
Do you guys want to go back up, or do you want to go down this
I
other
thought we were.
And it's just enough. You all feel like the very earth shaking around you.
Tie the other end to me, and then I'll just jump it, and if I fall, the rope will catch me.
This salt golem steps out, and like you just hear the sound of like stone crunching on.
Can Max throw me across the bridge?
So Althea takes a deep breath, runs, jumps, lands like right on the edge with your heels kind of hanging off, and the earth like crumples a little bit and starts to fall.